Welcome. Well, that's really annoyed me. All those live streams, that live stream software, and it's just been absolutely abominable. It's not allowed me to use my software. It's not allowed me to do absolutely anything today. So that's really hyped me off. I'm not using. Which one was it I was going to use? Can't remember. I was actually going to use Streamlabs, and Streamlabs has really let me down today. So there's no way on God's earth I'm using Streamlabs again. That was dreadful. We're going to quickly go through the games today because I really have 12 minutes to go. Blackburn versus Bristol City and Blackburn. We have Piers with Bat, Carter, Hyam, and Beck, and then we have midfielder Baker, Travis, Dolan, Tronstadt, and Hedges, and Hashi up front. That's really good. Bristol City, O'Leary in goal, Tanner, Viner, McNally, Pring, and then midfielders Sykes, Williams, Bird, Knight, and Twine, and Mayulu. So that's actually a really good team. I actually quite like that Bristol City team. Maybe a good chance there for Bristol City, which is not what I was saying in my forecast. But looking at that side, maybe they've got a chance there. Derby County versus Cardiff, and we try and get past all that crap that I've just had with trying to get the bloody software to work. Derby County now with Zatterstrom in goal, and Nyambe, Nelson, Cashin, and Elder at the back, and in midfield, Goodman, Ozzo, and Adams. And up front, we've got a three of Jackson, Yates, Jerry Yates, and Mendes Lang. Wow. And Cardiff, Ainwick with NG, Chambers, Gutas, and Brigham. And midfield of Ghazi, Siopis, Colwill, Rallis, and Dauda, and Kanga up front. And yet I'm still going to stick with a Derby on that count, I think. Borough versus Preston as we try and go through these like lightning. Dieng at the back with Ayling, Edmondson, Clark, and Borges. And in midfield, we have a staggered Borough, Jones, Barlaser, Conway, Hackney, and Azaz, and Latte Latters you would expect up front. Let's see what we've got for Preston with Woodman in goal, Potts, Watmore, Story, and Hughes in front of him. Staggered mid of Ockels, Whiteman, Jensen, McCann, and Greenwood, and Jakobsen up front. So, yeah, I'm still going to stick with the Borough, I think, there. Plymouth versus Sunderland. I don't know who you support. If you want me to skip straight to your team, then just put it in the comment, please. Like and subscribe. I want one at the minute. Plymouth, Grimshaw in goal with Edwards, Sucks, Gibson, and Mumba. And then in midfield, Whitaker, Gayabi, Wright, Randall, and Sissoko, and Obafemi up front. Not too bad at the front end, just I'm not too sure about the back end. Sunderland, Patterson in goal with Hume, 09, Ballard, and Kirkin. Midfielder Roberts, Neal, Bellingham, Rigg, and Mundell, and Mayenda up front. I still think that this may be a walkover for Sunderland. Still think so. Wednesday versus QPR. And we've got Wednesday with Beadle at the back, Palmer, Iki, and Famueo. And midfielder Valerie, Charles, Bannon, and Johnson. And up front, Windass, Ugbo, and Kabaki. Quite a good lineup, that actually. QPR, Nardi with San. I was saying QPR to win this one 2-0. Maybe get that the other way around here. That could be quite a difficult one to see happening. Swansea versus Norwich. Swansea, we've only got 8 minutes. We should be okay with this. Swansea with Vigoro in goal. Norton, Cabango, Darling and Keith. That's a good defence. Sung, Franco, Cooper, Grimes and Ronald. And then Liam Pullen up front. I still don't know where they get their goals from, but they are doing it. Norwich with Gunn at the back and Stacey, Duffy, Doyle and Christine. Yeah, solid defence. Midfield, Forson, Nunes, Schwartow, McLean and Saints and Sargent up front. Ooh, that's that. I'd probably stick with the 1-1 there. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to separate those two. Watford versus Coventry as the last one from the Championship. Come on. Oh, tell me who you support. We need to get. I need drive to get through this. Come on. Watford with Backman at the back. Serialta, Porthouse, Pollock, and then in midfield we've got Andrews, Bashiru, Sissoko, and Larucci. That's pretty good, bloody good midfield, isn't it? Front, Chenevez, Bayo, and Kayembe. They are going for old guns, aren't they? Bloody hell. I did say Coventry 2-1. Let's have a look. Coventry dove in with at the back. Oh, they really have set up for an attack to defend an attack, haven't they? Evic, Latabodier, Thomas, Kitching, and De Silva at the back 5. And then a 3 in midfield of Eccles, Rodini, Torp, and then up front, Mason Clark and Ellis Sims. Still think that let's see if they can get through that back line. Let's see if Watford can get through that back line. It'll be very interesting, won't it? Then we go to, let's go Blackpool, Exeter. Blackpool, we have Tyra at the back. We have Ophia, Gabriel, Casey and Husband. And then midfield, Apter, Evans, Norburn and Hamilton. And with Ballard and Joseph up front. Oops. And then for Exeter, we have Whitworth at the back, Sweeney, Kramer and Ifeko. Midfield, Macmillan, Doyle, Woods, Niskanen, 10 of Aitchison and Ali and McGuinness up front. Exeter are certainly the ones trying to attack there, aren't they? They may get something. Bolton versus Huddersfield. They're a ding-dong of a match. This one's going to be with Baxter at the back for Bolton. Fono, Santos and Toll. Midfield of Cogley, Thomason, Matet and Schoen. What a midfield. Dempsey, Charles and Collins up front. They are going for it against Huddersfield, who are Nichols at the back. Lees, Hellick, Lonvik, a floater of Hogg. Then we have a midfield of Sorensen, Evans, Wiles, Ben Wiles. Well, Michael Miller, 2 ex-Rotherham players. Karoma and Marshall up front. No, I think we may see a Bolton win there. We may see the Bolton come forward. Bristol Rovers versus Wigan. With Bristol Rovers, we've got Griffiths, Moore, Wilson and Mola in front. Floater of Conte with midfielder Thomas, Hutchinson, Garrett, Suso, and up front Sutirio and Omachire. Good front end. Wigan, we have Tickle at the back again. Carragher, Kerr, Ameson and Chambers. Midfield of Rankin, Weir, Asgard, Smith and Thomas, and Joe Hugill up front. And that's going to be difficult. I would usually say Wigan, and I'm going to stick to Wigan on that. I think Wigan may have a good pop there. Crawley versus Stockport. With Crawley, we have Wallacott at the back, Malarkey and McKenna, Flint. Midfield, we have Camera, Kamara, sorry, Williams, Anderson. I'm trying to go quick. Kelly, and up front we've got Murphy, Swan, and Darcy. Stockport County doing so well. We've got Adai, and then we have in defence Onyago, Horsefall, Pye, and Toure. So good, one or two good, really good players there. Midfield, Amarula, Camps, Collar, Norwood, and Wotton. Up front, Louis Barry. I can't really from the actual. I'd probably stick with Stockport, and that is a bit difficult to guess with that. I'm gonna nick to my team first. Rotherham United. We have Dylan Phillips in goal. We have Odoffin, Humphreys, McCart, and James Rees. Then we have Tahi, Rafferty, Powell, Malik Wilkes with Nombe and Clark Harris. So probably expected one there with the players we've got out. And then we've got Burton with Karombe, back three of Van Kooten, Sweeney, and Armour. Damn, good defence. Malif, Chalk, Watt, and Williams in midfield, and we go for a front three of Whitfield, Orsi, and Cooper Love. So we are against a pretty strong side there. Peterborough, Lincoln. Peterborough, Steer at the back, Curtis, Katongo, Wellin, Sparks with midfielder Poku, Collins, Randall, Cipriano, and Odo, and Jade Jones up front, and then Lincoln with Wickens at the back, Hamer, Jackson, and Ruffin, a floater of Erahan. All right, okay, that's where he is. Midfielder Deriqua, Bayliss, Grandles, and Jeffries, and in front of Ben House and Makima. I really do actually like the Lincoln side there. That's quite a good spread, nice balanced spread there. Reading, Orient, try and get through these last couple. Boyce Clark with Craig, Mbenku, Binden, and Dorset. Midfield of Savage, Wing, Lewis Wing, and Elliott, and then up front Campbell, Smith, and Eshibationum. Leighton Orient with Hemming, back four of James, Beckles, Happ, and Curry. Midfield of Eggy, Brown, Galbraith, Clare, O'Neill, and Kelman up front. I would still probably think Reading on that one. I've got two more. We can. I know we've started. We're gonna actually finish this with Shrewsbury, Savin, Hull, Feeney, and Benning. Oh no. Gilhead, Winchester, Castledine, Ojo, and Sago Jr. and Lloyd up front. So that's actually pretty damn good for Shrewsbury, isn't it? But we've got Charlton, haven't we, with Mannion at the back, Mitchell, Jones, and Gillespie, and then mid four of Ramsey, Doherty, Connor Coventry, Luke Berry, and Small, and then you've got Adami and Tyrese Campbell up front. Well, I think we have to go with Charlton, and then last but not least, Stevenage, Barnsley. We've got Stevenage with Cooper, and the back four of Wilding, Piergini, Good, Freestone, Freeman, King, White, and then up front we've got Reed, Roberts, and Young, and then finally Barnsley with Slonina, back four of Gavini, Pines, Roberts, and Earl. Floater, what I call a floater of Matthew Craig. Mid four of Cotter, Phillips, Connell, and Keeler Dunn, and up front Sam Cosgrove. Oh, that's going to be hard. I'm going to just stick with Barnsley on that one. Just stick with them. But it's going to be tough, I think, with that one. Barnsley are going to have to dig deep. Now, let's just choose which one I'm going to be watching. I'm going to pull it up anyway. So all the fuss of that bloody getting the other software up would have been absolutely brilliant, but unfortunately, it didn't come to fruition, and it wouldn't work with my with YouTube, so it decided to kick off on me. The games have now started to go. Manchester City are already 1-0 down. So it's Manchester City 0, Brentford 1. And it's Watford Coventry.
And it's headed into the back of the net. And inside 4 minutes, Coventry City are in front.
We heard that one. As I turn it on, it's Coventry City who are winning. Coventry City. Is that the first goal of the afternoon games? I believe it is. It's Watford 0, Coventry 1. Just as I start to...
even though it was delivered into his 6-yard box, but it's very, very
in there.
See if he gets up above his mark and knocks it down.
Oh, right. Okay, here we go.
I think it might be Bio, the centre forward, who's just a bit static in there for Watford. I'm not sure if it's zonal.
So we started, and it's a goal immediately for Brentford, if you want to watch the Premier League. And it's Man City 0, Brentford 1. But we don't watch that, do we? Because we want the real football. The real football. And we've got another goal in the Championship as well. And we're not going to be allowed to have a break because it's now Swansea 1, Norwich 0. And Swansea are now in the lead. And it's a goal in League One, and it's Crawley where we go next. And it's Crawley 0. And it's Stockport who are flying, who are 1. And it's now Crawley 0, Stockport 1. Can we actually take a breather here, guys? I'm going to nip into Stevenage Barnsley. Let's have a look. Stevenage are in there. Stevenage Reid to the box. Stevenage, Mr. Reid. Cotter clears it. Runs off to the right-hand side. And Cotter now can try and build for Barnsley. And wow. We are... we have 2 goals in the Championship already. Let's have a look at who's scored them. Forson scored for Swansea. It was an own goal by Forson. So Swansea have managed to go ahead by an own goal. Watford have gone behind for an Ellis Sims 4th minute goal. The goal at Crawley is Louis Berry. Louis Berry at 6 minutes. Okie doke. He's telling me that the games have started. I think I know that already. As Barnsley have a dangerous throw in now. Oh, he gives it short, but King nips in there and grabs it from Barnsley. And Barnsley really need that back. I think that might have been a free kick. No, he's let it go apparently. Keeler Dunn grabs it for Barnsley. He's took it off him. took it off and kicks it out. And Stevenage throw it, but they throw it to Craig for Barnsley, and he can now try and work. He's trying to work his way through the defence. The looks of it, but we're not moving very quick. It's just not really going anywhere. Crosses it, but it's garbage, and it gets cleared out by Stevenage into the Barnsley half, and a Barnsley player has managed to clear that one back into the Stevenage end. And at the minute, it's a little bit ping-pong bally at Stevenage. Barnsley are looking like they're slightly on top. So we have Barnsley pushing now. They have already had a shot, and it was on target. So at the minute, Barnsley are the ones that are on top. Let's go up those to Shrewsbury versus Charlton. Really expecting Charlton to be quite well on top here, so we'll see what's coming. Charlton have just stopped a Shrewsbury attack. Up the left hand side for Charlton is Small. Pass it to Small. It's done a 1-2. But Winchester grabs it from Small. He's ran nearly about half length of the pitch there. Castledine, Winchester. Hull pushes it forward, but Connor Coventry grabs it for Charlton. Kicks it out, and it's a Shrewsbury throw-in. Left-hand side, and still fighting hard to get back at OKMB. Doing a good job in the end, actually, Jada Silva. Looking at the other, Winchester for Shrewsbury. Ojo. Benning on the left-hand side. Benning through to Junior. Junior tries Costa. 1-2 with Benning. Crow shoots, and it's on target. Doherty. Now to try and kick it back out, and Shrewsbury have a really good chance there apparently. So Shrewsbury are by no means out of it. Shrewsbury are, and I did actually quite like their team. It's just that I like the Shrewsbury team, but I think that the Charlton team is amazing. Let's go to Blackburn because there's something happening at Blackburn. No. Okay, Travis for Blackburn. Bristol City get a yellow card. So, yeah, that's probably why we got that. At the minute, it's looking at the stats, it's Blackburn who are slightly ahead. But Bristol City are by no means out of that one. So, as we just keep a little. Brighton Ipswich do it. In this game, in possession to Silva. Brentford is still 1-0 up. I'm going to go to Plymouth Sunderland. We're going to. I want to have a look at Plymouth Sunderland. We'll have a look at Plymouth Sunderland as we see the other goals in League One there. So Patterson there for Sunderland. Playing from the back, Luke O'Neill. Neil. Costa Roberts. Bellingham. Ballard. O'Neill. Mundle, the right-hand side, left-hand side, but Sooks grabs it, and Plymouth can build with Callum Wright. So at the minute, 65% possession to Sunderland. Watford. So Coventry there. The game we're looking at, Watford versus Coventry. You hear that one in the background there? Watford 0, Coventry 1. Swansea 1. Let's go Sheffield Wednesday. Go on. We'll look at moving there. Sheffield Wednesday QPR. At the minute, Sheffield Wednesday are on top. The extra man from the crowd probably doing a hell of a lot of good for Wednesday as Beadle kicks it out, but Pal grabs it in the QPR box. And at the minute, it seems to be a little bit ping pong ball between the two, doing long balls against each other. So, straight back into Beadle. Icky, are they going to do it short this time? Are they, Beadle? And that game, for Moeo, kicks it forward, long ball again to Nardi, who grabs it for QPR. That is one of those games, guys, that's going to go from one end to the other end, back to the other end, back, and it's just going to be a long ball game. It looks like it's going to be one of those long ball games. And that's not really what QPR are used to, which is strange. I wouldn't really expect QPR to be drawn into the home team's attitude of long balls, but at the minute, Wednesday are playing their long ball game and QPR are being drawn into it. So that's where that one looks like it's going. Dare I look at Rotherham? No, look at Rotherham Burton then.
Not a more direct approach, although there's a method to the angle ball out to Andrews now.
So Rotherham must have had a shot. Van Kooten now has it in his own area.
Wants to take on his man first. A decent ball towards the far post, where both Kayembe and Bio were rising forward. Neither could make meaningful contact.
Oh, Powell grabs it in the corner. He's kicked it to his left, and then Powell's grabbed it in the Burton Albion corner, Rotherham's left. That gone out for a corner. Let's wait and see what we get here. Can Rotherham make an early goal? We'll wait for Rotherham United now.
Behind off the heels of De Silva, and it will be a corner. But Watford knocking on the door, pushing.
Rotherham corner, Watford corner. Come on.
Early in this game.
Oh, Karombe grabs that one easy and kicks it out for Burton Albion. And Burton can try and work. Not a massive kick out. It's just we're just trying to keep it in the Burton half, I think. There's Burton now trying, but it's a very slow game. What's the stats on this one? In fact, it's Burton that's got most possession. If Burton have 55% possession, Rotherham have 45%. Both teams have had one shot, both on goal. But Rotherham have 13 dangerous attacks against Burton Albion's 1. Rotherham have had 2 corners already, just had 1. Does Burton Albion have a throw in Rotherham's half? Still only the Stockport goal in League 1. The 2 goals we had before in the Championship. As Rotherham have a throw in now in the Burton half. And Rotherham can hopefully try and make something of this. Right on the edge of the box. Will it be long or short? We tend to do both. We tend to mix it up. So is this going to be one of the long ones or one of the short ones? 17 minutes gone. Oh, a Doffin off target and a good
throw it. He's gone for the return.
Nice to have a chance at that point.
Sissoko, but straight back out.
As yet, we have a goal at Borough.
Commentary throw and deep in Watford territory, so a chance for Commentary to put some.
And it's Borough 1, Preston 0. Whoa, Blackburn. We have a goal at Blackburn. And I didn't expect this one. Why is it?
Scotland international.
It looked quite even when we went in there, but it's Blackburn 1, Bristol City 0. So we've had 2 more goals in the Championship. Just the Stockport goal in League 1. There's Powell, Joe Powell now. For Rotherham, but he just can't get past. No. He's done a nice gentle tap into the goalkeeper, and it's Blackburn that can come away. Rafferty intercepts that, but only gives it to a Burton player. Humphreys grabs that one and gives it to a Dauphin, who loses it to a Burton player, and they come forward, pull back into midfield. They're playing a couple of 1-2s in midfield now, Burton Albion. We're going to Barnsley in a minute. Who do you support? Like, subscribe. We try and be here every Saturday, apart from a couple of weeks ago when I was on holiday. They made a gentle lobbing shot from Burton Albion that Dylan Phillips grabs, and Rotherham can build from the back. Let's go to, if nobody's going to tell me who you support, we're going to go to Barnsley, because I know one of you is possibly our dear friend from Barnsley. There we go to Barnsley. 19 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock at Barnsley. As we we watched the Watford game. Barnsley now is we got in the goalkeeper Slonina. What are the stats? Barnsley are now 65% possession. So now we've gone from Stevenage being sort of 50-50 with them, and we're now, Barnsley are starting to press back. We have a goal at Blackpool. It's now Blackpool 1, Exeter 0. We had the Stockport goal. Nobody else. Is Slonina now has it back again. And Slonina is he's keeping the ball a hell of a long time. I'm going to get a yellow card if he carries on like that. 20 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock at Stevenage, and Barnsley are turning up the heat. So it looks like Barnsley could very well win this one. But is it too early to say? Well, it probably is, because we know what Barnsley's like. We're still in the first few minutes, and they don't do very well in the first few minutes. So we shall see.
Dissipated slightly as elsewhere in the Premier League. Man City are back on level terms, 1-1 with Brentford now. Let's look away at Crystal Palace as Coventry come forward. That's a good ball from.
What did we say for? I said Stevenage 1, Barnsley 2. At the minute, it's looking possible.
On the right hand side, it was Mason Clark once again. Got on the end of the ball.
Not much happening down there a minute. I'd love to know what's happening at Stevenage.
Really good play by Van Erwijk to dig out the cross. He's almost got too far ahead of it, Mason Clark. He's falling over, trying to readjust his body and wrap his leg around the ball as it's flashed into him, and all he can do is kind of bundle it.
Oh, we got an odds wise. Stevenage 2-1 to win, a draw 2-1, and Barnsley 6-4. So they're not actually putting their eggs in any one basket at the minute, are the betting companies. For Rotherham, it's 8-13 on for Rotherham, 9-2 against for Burton, and a 3-1 against for a draw.
His first goal for Coventry there.
And we have another goal in League One, and it's Bristol where we go, and it's Bristol Rovers 0. Wigan 1. So Wigan have took the lead there. I actually thought that was a good side, Wigan's side. It does look quite robust. They've not been playing to their best qualities up to now, and I think this could be the game that they actually managed to pick that up. I did say Bristol Rovers 0, Wigan 1. So let's see whether I'm anywhere near, because that is now the scoreline that I predicted. So, and it's only 24 minutes in. So we have our Blackpool goal. Blackpool 1, Exeter 0. Bolton. We'll go to the Bolton Huddersfield game, because this one could be quite interesting. I think the Bolton. What did I say? I was saying 2-0 to Huddersfield, but Hellick pushes it forward through, but Farino grabs it. Toll, pass it to Toll for Bolton. Thomason, let's see what the stats are. It's 50-50. Everything's 50-50. This is split straight down the middle. This game is one of those 50-50 games that is great for somebody who doesn't support either games. It's great for the neutral. The figures are all sort of like, yeah, this is a dead even game. The Bolton at the minute holding their own at home to Huddersfield. Huddersfield by no means showing themselves to be way ahead of anybody. Of course, the big game of the weekend is tomorrow. It's Birmingham City versus Hollywood United, Wrexham, sorry, and so that'll be interesting. I think that's going to be quite a ding dong of a game. I don't know what score you think it's going to be, but it's going to be. I put 2-2. I really can't separate them. Oh! I don't believe it. It's Rotherham United 0. Burton Albion 1. Do not believe it. And now all of a sudden the odds are straight in the favour of Burton Albion. And Burton Albion are winning on 25 minutes.
It's a very dangerous looking cross into the box, and it really should be 2-0. It's another opportunity for Efron and Mason Clark.
Swansea 1, Norwich 0 still. Watford 0, Coventry 1. And we've got a goal at Plymouth. It's Plymouth 0. Sunderland 1. And Sunderland have gone in the lead. It's still Borough 1, Preston 0. And it's still Blackburn 1, Bristol City 0. It's now Man City 1, Brentford 1, if you're interested in the Premier League. Let's go to Sheffield Wednesday. Why not?
the top of the crossbar by
QPR.
Sissoko.
Passing it on the back at the minute.
For his second spell with Watford, the
Colback. Cook.
internationally counts like Tottenham.
Anderson. Oh, Johnson grabs that one for Sheffield Wednesday. Pass it to Bannon. Famewo. Oh, Anderson grabs it back from him then. And he's trying to run across the box, back of the box. Madsen. Anderson, good one too. Backs it back to field. Cook. They can't get past through the defence. Dunn. Sheffield Wednesday defence doing really well. Pal for QPR. Dunn. Dunn now. Dunn will try and across to Cook. Colback. Pal. They really can't get any further than this. And it's halfway through Sheffield Wednesday half, but Colback, Madsen, try through. Oh no, out for a Wednesday throwing. And QPR don't seem to be able to find a way through.
Comes out towards the edge of the area, and that is another opportunity for Coventry to double their lead. They really should.
Coventry are running riot at Watford. I really didn't think that. I didn't think Watford would be doing that, to be honest. What do I think of Watford?
I think it might be Josh Eccles who's following up. We'll get a better look at the replay now.
So I was saying 2-1 to Watford, but it doesn't look like it's going. That doesn't look like it's going to happen.
I think you ends up hooking the ball over the top of the crossbar. So another.
At the minute, Coventry are well on top. As we see, Rotherham United 0, Burton 1. Try and get that one back on.
Of the target via a deflection, another chance for Jack Rodoni. And Villanova is causing all kinds of problems down the right.
We got a bad connection. Let's log it. I'll tell you what, if I sort of log into that first, we can try and sort that one out, as we've got Wigan in the lead still. So Bristol Rovers 0, Wigan 1. Blackpool 1, Exeter 0. Don't like me when I log in, do you? Crawley 0, Stockport 1. Just turn on my the game I was watching. Fulham 1, West Ham 0. If anybody gets the chance of tube internet, I would say tell them to bugger off, because it's absolute pants.
Right, forced backwards by Kiembe.
Any more goals? Wigan, Stockport, Burton Albion, Coventry or Watford. Coventry 1. Swansea are still 1-0 up at home to Norwich. Sunderland are now 1-0 away to Plymouth. Borough are winning 1-0 at home to Preston. And we do have another goal to put in there. It's now Derby 1, Cardiff 0. So Cardiff are now not doing very well, are they? Cardiff are rooted to the bottom, and Derby are making sure they stay there. So not very good there. Where shall we go, guys? Come on. we'll go to Barnsley. We'll go to Barnsley. We're going to Barnsley, where Gavini, Phillips, up the right-hand side, back to Cotter. Slanina, Roberts. The left-hand side through Earl. Keeler Dunn, Craig. Oh, goes out, and it's a Stevenage throw.
Played a league game though for Watford since the 2014-15 season.
Oh, nice long shot by Stevenage. Slanina is capable of getting that one. Slanina for Barnsley. Passes it sideways to Roberts. Tries running out the box and crossing it, but Freestone grabs that in the Stevenage defence.
What you're told to do is an attacking header over the ball, nod it down. Exactly what he does.
Certainly be easier if I had my software there with a nice. I had a nice ribbon across the bottom, ready for all the goals, and the software didn't work. Really annoying. And we have a goal at Reading, and this again is one totally out of the blue because it's Reading 0, Orient 1. So Leighton Orient are now in the lead. And we've got a goal at Peterborough. Actually, this is the way I expected it to go. It's Peterborough 0, Lincoln 1. The Lincoln side, when I looked through it, quite impressed by it. So Lincoln there in the lead. So Coventry in the lead. Swansea in the lead. Sunderland in the lead. Borough in the lead. Derby in the lead. Blackburn in the lead. It's League One. And it's Burton in the lead. Orient in the lead, Lincoln in the lead, Stockport in the lead, Wigan in the lead, and Blackpool in the lead. And as good attacks for Stevenage, crosses the halfway line. As it's to Pergini. Pergini tries running towards the left-hand corner, pulls it back, tries crossing it in, but Cotter grabs it for Barnsley, pushes it out, and Freeman now for Stevenage can try and build again. Freeman, good. Freestone, good. Freestone crosses it, but Slanina gathers that one. And at the minute, Stevenage are actually on top. So Slanina having a very busy time in the Barnsley net. It's Fulham 1, West Ham 0.
By far away their best chance of the first half, which you haven't been able to take.
Borough winning. There's no goal at Sheffield Wednesday yet. Not the only one. Yes, the only game without a goal is Sheffield Wednesday. Let's have a quick look in there. Wednesday have another shot, but Nardi now has it for QPR. Right on the goal line. Runs it out, gives it to Cook. Cook to Dunn. QPR now trying to build from the back. Still in defence. Powell. Dunn. Powell. Dunn. Cook.
Thomas taking no chances, turns it behind. Forward corner, but that was again a little bit better from Watford. They could attacking play has come down the left-hand side. Chapatanze, Laruki inside the area.
QPR now still passing it along the back. They're quite happy to just pass it across the back. They're trying to pull the Sheffield Wednesday team forward. As Colback tries pushing it up the right-hand side, but it gets kicked back to Cook. QPR not really doing very much here. They can't. Cook runs with it, but he's dispossessed by Johnson. Sheffield Wednesday can try and build. Windass, Palmer, they're all in their own half. Valerie pushes it forward, 1-2 with Windass, but Field grabs it in the QPR half. So it's a little bit, it does look like it's stopped being quite so much of a long ball, but we go to the Watford game that we're watching and make sure we're watching this one.
From Pollock. Grimsby Town central defender who used to be a regular place in Tom Cleverley's
Pollock for Watford gets a yellow card.
They had a little bit of trouble giving away that free kick and a chance for Coventry to.
So Coventry can float this one in and let's see what they can do.
Goal too far out really for Victor Thorpe to think of a strike.
Let's see if he can cross this one in. Should be able to get to the box with it. No. Comes all the way out and Andrews has it in the goal. And it's stifled out, shall we say, by the Watford defence.
Now to the Coventry left to take this latest corner.
Yeah, latest corner went straight to the goalkeeper. So that's not done too well for them. Leicester City are 1-0 up.
To lift this into the box for another good delivery. This time out, headed away by Bio and referee spotted.
Let's go to Middlesbrough versus Preston. We'll go Middlesbrough versus... No, you moved. That wasn't very nice of you.
6-yard box.
Blackburn versus Bristol Bristol City then. Blackburn then. On the left-hand side for Blackburn. 1-0 up against Bristol City.
Sheffield Wednesday 0, QPR 0, Swansea 1, Norwich 0.
Beck for Blackburn.
Brighton 0, Ipswich 0, Crystal Palace 0, Leicester 1, Fulham 1, West Ham 0.
Passing it along the midfield. So at the minute, in that game, I'd say Blackburn is slightly up the looks of it. So Blackburn slightly in the ascendancy in that game.
For Watford, probably the best one there. Centre forward has seen this match so far, but again, not able to trouble the target. It's more decent play down the Watford left between Chakvetadze and Laruki. Doesn't do an awful lot wrong in fairness.
Oh, my internet's pants.
On target.
So we've got Middlesbrough 1, Preston 0.
That can't be overstated.
Sheffield Wednesday still 0-0. 1 goal in all the other games there. We have got the first game with 2 goals. The first game with 2 goals, it's in League One. And it's Bristol Rovers 0. Wigan 2. So Wigan are now 2-0 up. And the only game with nothing, I think, there is... Oh, there's 3 games. Stevenage, Barnsley, Shrewsbury, Charlton, and Bolton versus Huddersfield. As we've got a goal at Rotherham United. We've got another goal. It's a second goal, and it's Rotherham 1, Burton 1. We go back on this one's probably, if this one's up to date, it may catch me on that one. And it's Johnson Clark Harris, 39 minutes, which was total of 3 minutes ago. So Rotherham now, 1-1. Danilo Orsi scored for Burton Albion on 25, and Johnson Clark Harris scored for Rotherham on 39 minutes. Wigan have gone 2 up. Blackpool are 1-0 up. Stockport 1-0 up. Lincoln 1-0 up. Again, let's have a look at the Reading Orient. The Reading Leyton Orient game is actually quite rather interesting because I would really have thought Reading would have been able to put Leyton Orient to bed. I was saying 3-0 to Reading before this, and yet Leyton Orient are, by all intents and purposes, they've had 8 shots against Reading's 2. So 8 shots against 2. And the right way around. So, at the end of the day, Leyton Orient are actually doing extremely well at the minute. So, quite impressive. And their XG is 0.41 against Reading's 0.09. So, the play at Reading is certainly the team in 24th is winning at the minute. So we shall see, because Leyton Orient are showing that they have got something to fight for. I want to have a look at Plymouth Sunderland because I'm interested in this one. So I thought this was going to be a high scoring game as Plymouth try another shot from their left hand side, but Ballard clears that one. And so Sunderland just passing it along the back. Patterson.
At the end of the first half.
Oh, kicks it out, but Plymouth, he gives it to a Plymouth player of all things. And he crosses it to Gibson. Gibson in the box. Oh, he probably has to pass it back to Giarbi and Mumber in the centre circle. They went the wrong direction. The wall of Sunderland players was just too much. And Mundle can grab it. Bellingham for Sunderland. And Sirkin. Let's see what Sunderland do with this. He passes it to Bellingham, who runs over the halfway line and towards the box. Passes it back to Grigg. Ballard. Ballard for Sunderland on the right-hand side. Listening to the Watford game if you're interested. Oh. Centre circle back to Roberts. Roberts now on the right-hand side. Trying to cross it. Try whom? Can he cross it? No, Giarbi grabs it from him. Giarbi's doing a damn good job for Plymouth. And the Riverside Stadium, Coventry, with Van Erwijk down the right hand side, looking to double their lead before the. We heard that one. Borough 1. Preston 1. So we were actually watching the Plymouth game, but there's according to that, there's been a goal in the Borough game. If we come back. Yeah, Middlesbrough 1, Preston 1. Volleys the ball clear. Stoppage time remaining. It's not been a bad Watford performance. I would say Coventry have been amazing. Preston through Janssen on 43 minutes. For both sides, Tom Cleverley have been too despondent, and likewise. Still, Sheffield Wednesday 0, QPR 0. The only game with 2 goals in the Championship is Middlesbrough 1, Preston 1. All the others have 1 goal. Coventry are very unlucky not to be 2 or 3-0 up at the minute. Blackpool 1, Exeter 0. Bolton. Oh, we've got a goal at Bolton. We've got a goal at Bolton. And it's Bolton 0. Huddersfield 1. And Huddersfield are now seemingly bouncing back from their defeat at against Rotherham. And
Close range header for Jack Rodoni corner.
Leighton Orient still winning Reading. Rotherham now is half time, 1-1. Let's quickly go to Barnsley. Another minute on the clock as Cotter has it in the centre circle for Barnsley. Barnsley now. Can they do one last attack and get a goal? Barnsley passing it around midfield. Does Rotherham United finish at half time? What's Slanina doing all the way up there? As White grabs it from the other end, he could kick up. That was dangerously far out by Slanina. Gavini guards the net and kicks it forward to Craig. They're playing it very dangerously, Barnsley, with just 10 seconds left. Hines, Craig. Can they make amends by one last attack? Hines, Slanina pushes it forward, but Earls managed to get it. Keeler done. And it's off half time. And just as Barnsley were trying to do a really good attack, then it's now half time. We will go through the scores. Blackpool 1, Exeter 0 is now half time. Bolton 0, Huddersfield 1, half time. Bristol Rovers 0, Wigan 2. Crawley 0, Stockport 1. Peterborough 0, Lincoln 1. Reading 0, Leighton Orient 1, a surprise there. And Rotherham 1, Burton Albion 1, coming back from behind. Rotherham. Shrewsbury 0, Charlton 0, and Stevenage 0. Barnsley 0. And some very interesting results there, ones that I certainly didn't expect. If you put the club you support in there, please, then I can sort of concentrate on updating you on your club. I know there's a couple of subscribers who come on. One I know from Barnsley, and there's a couple from Rotherham. If you put that you're in, I can try and to just edge towards those. But as it is, I'm going to take, 8 minutes off for a coffee. You're going to take a coffee. I'll turn up the Watford summary, and you can listen to the Watford summary as I go for my cup of coffee. Stay here, and I'll be back soon. By Jack Rodoni. Coventry have had other chances to double their lead. Rodoni's missed a good one, as has Ephraim Mason-Clark. At the other end, Georgie Chakvetadze has spurned the best opening of the opening 45 for Watford. At the break, it's Watford 0, Coventry 1. At the break, it's Watford 0, Coventry 1. The only goal of the first half coming on 4 minutes. Ellis Sims heading home from close range after a really cute delivery from the corner by Jack Rodoni. Coventry have had other chances to double their lead. Rodoni's missed a good one, as has Ephraim Mason-Clark. At the other end, Georgie Chakvetadze has spurned the best opening of the opening 45 for Watford. At the break, it's Watford 0, Coventry 1. At the break, it's Watford 0, Coventry 1. The only goal of the first half coming on 4 minutes. Ellis Sims heading home from close range after a really cute delivery from the corner by Jack Rodoni. Coventry have had other chances to double their lead. Rodoni's missed a good one, as has Ephraim Mason-Clark. At the other end, Georgie Chakvetadze has spurned the best opening of the opening 45 for Watford. At the break, it's Watford 0, Coventry 1. At the break, it's Watford 0, Coventry 1. The only goal of the first half coming on 4 minutes. Ellis Sims heading home from close range after a really cute delivery from the corner by Jack Rodoni. Coventry have had other chances to double their lead. Rodoni's missed a good one, as has Ephraim Mason-Clark. At the other end, Georgie Chakvetadze has spurned the best opening of the opening 45 for Watford. At the break, it's Watford 0, Coventry 1. At the break, it's Watford 0, Coventry 1. The only goal of the first half coming on 4 minutes. Ellis Sims heading home from close range after a
really cute delivery from the corner by Jack Bastoni. Coventry had other chances to double their lead, but only missed a good one, as has Efren Mason-Clark. At the other end, Georgie Chakmatadze has spurned the best opening of the opening 45 for Watford. At the break, it's Watford 0.
Well, we've lost a person already. Well, that's a bit. Do like and subscribe. Do watch the videos. I have got a. I really have got. I've got a nice. I always do a quick prediction video. The prediction videos are actually based on everybody that I see on the internet and the people who comment on the different videos that I do, including the previous week's predictions. If you've got anything if you've got an idea, a prediction for your side for next week, then please put it in the chat, and I take that into consideration when I'm looking at how I think the scores are going to go. Had a fair few good weeks. There's been a couple of weeks now where I've had 5 and 6. I think I had 8 correct score. Well, 8 correct results out of 12 games the week before last. So that was quite good. That was in the championship. So it's I think I'm not too bad at them. But I do take a lot of what's happening from a little bit of insider information from you lot, and have a look at what's happening within the games and what's happening within the teams on and off field. Because a lot of it's off field, and there's lots of people who say that it's not what happens on field that tends to destroy a team and get it sort of into trouble. It tends to be what's happening off the pitch that makes the results start to slide down. So Rotherham United, XG for Rotherham United 0.51, Burton Albion 0.23. Rotherham United have had 29 dangerous attacks to Burton Albion's 2, 50% possession each. Shots to Rotherham, 7 shots, 3 on target, 1 goal. Burton Albion, 4 shots, 2 on target, 1 goal. And I actually think they scored from their first shot. 4 corners to Rotherham, 2 to Burton Albion. So not a great, didn't look like a great game there. You got Blackburn versus Bristol City there. Bristol City have actually got 56% possession, even though they're 1-0 down. But they've only had 1 shot, and it wasn't on target, whereas Blackburn had 4 shots, 1 on target, 1 goal. So you get a shot, you get a goal. I'm not going to thump that too much. I keep saying that, and people must get really pissed off with me. But at the end of the day, Derby County versus Cardiff. Look at that one. Derby County 45% possession, 55 to Cardiff, but Cardiff are losing. 6 shots, 2 on target, 1 goal for Derby. 4 shots, 3 on target, no goals for Cardiff. So Cardiff probably find themselves quite hard done by. Most of the play, most of the shots on target, and yet they're 1-0 down. So, but they obviously haven't been marvellous chances, because the XG for Derby is 0.51 and the XG for Cardiff is 0.15. So must be long range shots. Middlesbrough 1, Preston 1. Preston coming back there. stats for that. Middlesbrough 44% possession, 56 to Preston, 19 dangerous attacks to Middlesbrough and 7 to Preston. 10 shots for Middlesbrough, 3 on target, 1 goal. Preston, 3 shots, 2 on target, 1 goal. So, their conversion rate is just way, way better. XG, though, XG for Middlesbrough 0.94, XG for Preston 0.45. So Preston have actually converted a more difficult chance there. A quick look at Plymouth. Now, I thought this game would be a lot more one-sided than it is. Plymouth have actually been playing some good football, and have actually been challenging quite well. 47% possession to Plymouth, 53 to Sunderland, even on attacks. But from the same sort of number of attacks, Plymouth have had 2 shots, none on target. And Sunderland have had 6 shots, 3 on target, 1 goal. So you can see how Sunderland are they're just hitting the target more and they're shooting more often. So I say 50% turnaround on your conversion on your shots to shots on target is pretty good, actually. We go down here. What time? Well, a couple of minutes left yet. The only goalless game there, I think, which is Sheffield Wednesday versus QPR. So Sheffield Wednesday, 59% possession, 41 to QPR, 34 dangerous attacks to Sheffield Wednesday, 10 to QPR. Ouch. 10 shots by Sheffield Wednesday, 1 on target. 2 shots by QPR, 1 on target. Now, you wouldn't, based on that, you wouldn't actually be able to split the pair, because if Sheffield Wednesday keep missing the target 90% of the time, it's pointless being so much in control of the game. So that actually is quite even. But it would be a very good game for an outsider, wouldn't it? It must be absolute hell to watch. As a Wednesday fan, you must be like thinking, every time we go up, we shoot and we miss the target. Swansea Norwich, Swansea 1, Norwich 0. And as we should start seeing the game start now. Swansea 50-50 on possession, 6 shots, 4 on target for Swansea, 1 goal. 6 shots, 1 on target, no goals for Norwich. You see the difference is 2/3 of the shots that Swansea have made have been on target, and they're now in the lead. And yeah, I mean, they used to score, they were scoring at the end of last season quite well, I thought. And they just seem to have stuttered a little bit this season, but yeah, 1-0 ahead. Let's finish with the game we're watching, the Watford game. We'll look at the stats for that. 43% possession to Watford. Coventry 1-0 up, 57%. 10 shots for Coventry, 4 on target, 1 goal. Watford 6 shots, 1 on target, no goals. So yeah, it's just the number of shots that they're getting. They have also got more possession, better chances, XG of 1.05 for Coventry and 0.50 for Watford. So, Jake. And seeing as Jake's here, we'll go. I did say I bet Jake would be on at some point. I couldn't remember your name though, so Barnsley. 58% possession to Barnsley, 42% to Stevenage. Even though Stevenage were really coming back up to that last few minutes when Barnsley tried to do a little sneaky goal right at the very end, but the whistle just came too quick. One shot, one on target, no goals for Stevenage. 4 shots, 2 on target, no goals for Barnsley. XG 0.26 to Barnsley, 0.11 to Stevenage. It's been a difficult game. Stop and start is probably the right way of putting it, because I was saying like ping pong ball. At first, it was just like, oh, Barnsley, oh no, the long ball, no, they've lost it to Stevenage. Oh no, they've long balled it. Oh, they've lost it to Barnsley, and it's like, can we keep the ball in one bloody place and not lose it? You're following it, and there doesn't seem to be any flow to it at all, like from either side. I mean, if Stevenage could get some flow, they'd be in the lead. But if Barnsley could get some flow, they'd be in the lead, because neither of them seem to want to keep the ball, which is really weird. So the second half started. We happen to be in the Barnsley one, so we'll stay in the Barnsley one because Jake's here. And anybody else, if you want to comment on who you support, then please do. Jake's always here talking about his side. Please like and subscribe. I need as many likes as I can and as many subscribes as I can. Only with the likes can I get people to come on the YouTube. Won't give me the coverage if people don't click the like, and then I just get like my usual people. It would be nice to have a bit bigger number of people in chatting about their teams. So Stevenage try passing it through the middle, but Earl kicks it away from him. But again, it's gone straight to a Stevenage player, and White is White for Stevenage. Back to Roberts, Freeman, Wilding in the box. He's going to pull it back. Oh, but Roberts makes a timely interception, pushes it out, but don't kick it very far. Gets as far as Freeman, just outside the box. And fortunately, a wall of Barnsley defenders have pushed it back to Roberts, Freeman. Roberts, Wilding, crosses it. Slanina kicks it out. It's it started quite frantic, but it's Stevenage that seemed to be in the. Let's have a look at the lineups. Hang on a minute. There's a little lineups on that one. Yeah, I'm going to say there's been two substitutions for Barnsley. Well, I don't remember them being in the game. I just said O'Keefe had the ball, and what do you mean O'Keefe? Pines is off. Cotter is off. O'Keefe and Waters are on. So, we've had 2 substitutions for Barnsley at half-time. So we'll see if that makes any difference as Connell, Earl, Dunn, Keeler Dunn. Yeah, because you've got rid of Cotter, who's on that side there. Yeah. Oh, Barnsley had a poor attack there. They gifted it to the Stevenage goalkeeper, who then kicks it out to Phillips. Yeah, because you've got. Just trying to think. Yeah, because Cotter, isn't it? I don't know where Pines plays, but yeah, it certainly makes sense with Cotter being on. And it's strange because Cotter's actually not been playing. It's not been playing like he has done. Like last time, he played quite well. This time, he's not really been in the game. They've sort of like neutralised him out of the game. Another long ball by Barnsley goes straight into the Stevenage box, but then they kick it straight back out. And guess what? It went into the Barnsley box, and Slonina's got it. And like, it's just gone from box to box. It's like, this is how the first half started. Earl, Watters, Connell, come on. Earl, doing a couple of 1-2s. Keeler done. Oh, back to Roberts. Why do we do that? Don't do a long ball. Craig, Roberts, Craig. Gavini. Craig, Gavini. Let's just check the other scores on the other vice versa. We've still got Blackburn 1, Bristol City 0. As Earl goes down the left, Waters is on the edge of the box. Puzzle pulls it back to Earl, back to Keeler Dunn. Keeler Dunn runs it on the left. Gives it to Connell. Connell hugged against the line, gives it to, pass it into Earl, across the other side to O'Keefe. Phillips, left to the right-hand side. O'Keefe gives a 1-2 into the corner. Back to Phillips. Phillips pushing. Bad cross. Piergini and up to Roberts. So Swansea, we said Borough 1, Preston 1, yeah. Plymouth, Sunderland 1-0 to Sunderland, 0-0 at Sheffield Wednesday, 1-0 to Swansea, 1-0 to Coventry as we're watching and listening to. Blackpool 1, Exeter 0. Check we've got all these on. Bolton 0, Huddersfield 1 as Stevenage are attacking down the right hand side through Wilding. Crosses it, but Gavini clears it out for a very dangerous Stevenage throw. And Wigan have scored again, and it's now Bristol Rovers 0. Wigan 3. Oh, I didn't have the thing in there. I was saying I had a different live stream program set up, and I was streaming on a different one, but it wouldn't channel the live stream through to YouTube. So I ended up coming back to my usual YouTube live stream. We will be trying to get a better live stream up and running, because I just want the little. I want to have a little bar across the bottom, so I can at least tell you what the scores are instead of typing it in the side. It looks a little bit better than just typing away. And we have a goal in League One, as it's at Shrewsbury, and it's where we expected. It's Shrewsbury 0. And Charlton 1. So Charlton, we expected to do something there, and they have. As Stevie had a shot, but it's off target, and Reed should really have put that one away. And Barnsley are leaving it dangerously again. And as Reed has a shot there, let's go back out, and we'll go to. Looks like there's only us two in, so we'll go to the Rotherham game. Oh God, the odds have just disappeared from the Rotherham game. What's happened? Yellow card to Burton Albion. Well, I don't know what that was for, but they took the odds off, which means that they were sort of contemplating whether that was going to be a red or not. They don't usually take the odds off the screen unless there's something serious. Let's turn up the Watford game.
does really well. Seems frustrated that they need to more for him. It will be at least a top.
I try and use the
Really at the start of this second half.
you know the iFollow thing. So I try and grab one of the iFollow streams, and then I use Bet365 for the radio commentary. So I get radio through the radios through Bet365, so you can get that for free. But the iFollow is a bit better for the game. Occasionally I use a cheap one that's free, but that tends to be for Championship or Premier League. So I get lots of little screens around here. The thing is, though, then I'm watching the game. It's like the Watford game. I've got the Watford on radio and visual, so I can hear who's who. Because I'm not very good at actually naming which one's which. So I can see who's playing, and the radio will like give me a hint as who's got the bloody ball. So I'm cheating with the radio. But no, I couldn't remember. I'm not one of these that can remember every single player from every single 92 EFL and Premier League clubs. And I know there are people who can do that, but bloody hell, you have got a shit no chance. Oh dear. But who we got here? Burton Albion. Burton Albion's goalkeeper's great at the minute. iFollow doesn't always work though. There's several times when you get iFollow and it's like it's got to the second half and it's just gone off, and you think, oh, great! I can't see a damn thing. A Rotherham scored! I've got my head up. How the hell's that? Rotherham scored. Can they win another game? My God. Who's scored for Rotherham? I nearly actually got the iFollow for Rotherham instead, but I thought it's only fair that we. No. You can't be. I know they were pressing, but. Hang on, I've got to put this in here, and then we'll be back to. Bloody hell!
Sissoko turns and uses great poison power to hold off Torp. He's on a yellow card and halfway challenging him, and Sissoko with the angle against him unleashes a feminist drive towards goal. Again, needed saving from Oliver Dover.
Wow. Stevenage 1, Barnsley 0. And Stevenage are actually on the attack again.
Held off Torp brilliantly. Great strength. Yeah, it's a really true strike angle though against it, and that's why they don't.
Not taken no more. Oh no, Young's come off for Stevenage and been replaced by. So they took Young off on 52 on 52 minutes and replaced him by List, who scored 2 minutes later. So the guy that they brought on scored within 2 minutes against Barnsley. As Reed has another shot for Stevenage, and it rattles off the bar. So Roberts now. This isn't look. Oh, what's he done? Roberts just kicked it straight. A bloody good job that Earl managed to intercept that, because I tell you what, they were through on goal again. Cameron Humphreys for Rotherham on 58 minutes. And Barnsley are living it dangerously.
Potentially find a route back into this game.
Coventry is certainly. Oh my God! It's Stevenage 2. Stevenage 2, Barnsley 0.
Scrambling clear. It's a bit desperate for Coventry at the moment. They came back inside their own half. We still got over half an hour to play, so I can't imagine they can hold out continuing like this. Mark Robbins might look to
And Barnsley are now collapsing. Earl there just. It was Earl that cocked it up. Wow, Barnsley are now making another substitution. And it's not looking good for Barnsley. We got Charlton. We had Charlton, didn't we? Charlton are winning. Rotherham are winning. Stevenage are winning. Leyton Orient are still winning, which is really strange. Lincoln are winning 1-0. Stockport are still winning 1-0. Now let's have a look at that. So the odds have been removed on that. Stockport kick it forward, and Crawley are now attacking quite vigorously, apparently. But neither seem to be able to get past that centre circle. They all seem to be like getting there and then losing it, then passing it back and trying again. So that's not no reason for the odds being off there. We had the Wigan 3. We didn't have that. We have a goal at Bolton. And it's Bolton 0. Huddersfield 2. So Huddersfield now doing quite well. Blackpool still 1-0 up at home to Exeter. I'm sure I put that one on somewhere. It must be all the way up there. It is. That's been a way ago, that one. Watford 0, Coventry 1 still. And Coventry are just really, really strong at the minute. And Watford don't seem to have any answer to them whatsoever. Swansea 1, Norwich 0. I don't know why. Oh, there's been a goal, a really odd goal in the Championship. I'm going to type it in first because I didn't expect this. It's an unexpected goal, and it's Plymouth 1, Sunderland 1. Borough 1, Preston 1 still. Derby still 1-0. And there's another goal at Let's say Blackburn. I'm sure we didn't have Blackburn as 2-0 up, did we? This is why I want the other. Yeah, this is why I want the other software, because it's a damn sight easier than typing this in. So it's Blackburn 2. Bristol City 0. Yeah, Watford are making 3 changes now. They want to make sure they get something out of this, but at the minute they ain't anywhere near. Something at Sheffield Wednesday. I've got Sheffield Wednesday. We're going to go to Sheffield Wednesday quickly. Just Bannon. Bannon's okay. He's fine. So Sheffield Wednesday trying to attack down the left-hand side. There's not much change down there at Sheffield Wednesday. It's a bit like Barnsley's game right at the beginning, a little bit sort of like tentative and throw it into the other half and back again. So Huddersfield 2-0 up, Wigan 3-0 up, Stockport 1-0 up, Leyton Orient 1-0 up. Quick look at Rotherham. I nearly did the Rotherham I follow, but just decided to go with the Championship game. I think I might try what Barnsley's or Rotherham's next time. Well, we'll try Barnsley's. We'll try Barnsley's. There, we'll try Barnsley's next week. Duffy on the right-hand side for Rotherham.
Watford change incidentally. Another low play coming on. Daniel Jefferson joined over the summer.
Daniel Jefferson for Watford, so that's actually quite a good. I mean, they've got plenty of people to. Bloody hell! Oh, we've lost it in defence. Rotherham lost it in defence. Oh, Phillips kicks it out in panic, but only as far as what can Watt do is right on the edge of the box, passing it back. He's trying to 1-2 around the Rotherham defence. He's doing a damn good job. He's moving to the left. He's going to try and pass it down there. Tries to cross it, but Dylan Phillips wellies it out as far as he can. And one of their players just taps it out because it was a good. It was actually well timed. And Rotherham get a throw in the Burton Albion half, and that nearly quite dangerous. There was nearly an equaliser. As James grabs it, the throw-in was dreadful. Went to a Burton Albion player, and James now grabs it for Rotherham, trying to play it into midfield. Pass it to Nombe off target, and no, we've got to get him on target. Nombe, you've really got to get him on target. Watford, from God knows where, they make 3 changes and a cross in and a tap in, and Watford are now 1-1.
You've got to praise him for being in the right place at the right time. Midfielder running in for deep, and he gets his reward. But it's all about Jack Matadze. Brilliant play down the left. Delivered with that left boot. He's really questionable.
Matadze.
Got beyond that airway.
Good cross. And absolutely spot onto his foot. Like one of those crosses that just straight to his foot. Tap straight in. So Watford managed to get that turned around, and they've really been against the Kosh for 66 minutes. So God knows how they've managed to do it, but I tell you what, that's good management. That's perfect timing of mass changes, isn't it? At the minute, Rotherham are under the Kosh. I don't know who wants to watch this. James for Rotherham, and we're doomed, I tell you. Oh dear, not looking too good at Rotherham, I'm afraid. We are under the Kosh. Let's have a quick look. Coventry 1-1 away at Watford. Middlesbrough 1-1. Derby 1-0. There's another goal at Blackburn. It's Blackburn 3. Bristol City 0. So Bristol City look like they're going to lose that one. 70 minutes in, and they've let in a third. Sunderland will be screaming. They've been playing so much better than Plymouth, and yet Plymouth have equalised, and it is Plymouth 1, Sunderland 1. Barnsley, go back to Barnsley and see how this game's going. 68 minutes, so we've still got plenty of time on the clock. But at the minute, as Humphreys grabs it, runs it down to the byline. Can he cross it back? And can, but not very far. Barnsley are keeping up the pressure on this, but they just can't get it into the... They can't get it crossed. It's just not going to go in. And Roberts manages to intercept it, run across the halfway line. For a second, it looked like we were going to get intercepted, but he pushes it forward for Earl in the Barnsley area. And it's got all the way from a good chance for Barnsley. It went all the way to the other end for a chance for Stevenage and caught on the break. Nearly 3-0 chance there, but Earl made sure not. As O'Keefe crosses it, O'Keefe on target, J-Lo, but not. It's pushed away. J-Lo there, nearly getting a goal back for Barnsley. J-Lo right into the centre of the box from the right-hand side, and not quite quick enough. And Pergini can push it back out again. Huddersfield 2. He's passed it to Wilding for Stevenage, back to Pergin. What the devil? That was a bad back pass, and Waters is right in. Oh, I hate using Bet365 for that, because you know what? Where's Waters put it? Is it corner? Tell me what's happening at Barnsley, because that's just at Stevenage. Waters grabbed that. Waters has intercepted the back pass, and it's just froze on Waters intercepting the back pass, and now it's back with the goalkeeper. What on earth happened there? I haven't a clue. But it's weird. It's encamped in the Stevenage half of the minute, but then they pushed it out, and it's a Barnsley. Barnsley have got it with O'Keefe in their own half. Stevenage are going to make a substitution. I think they're going to go full out defensive. Who would have guessed this? Who would have guessed this? This is just unbelievable. I don't believe this one 1 minute. It's Plymouth 2, Sunderland 1. And who would have believed that Wayne Rooney's side would actually be winning their first game against Sunderland? Yeah, well, like in the Premier League, what we got? Crystal Palace 1, Leicester 2, Fulham 1, West Ham 0, Man City 2, Brentford 1. I want to go 75 minutes at Blackburn. And Blackburn are on the attack again. And Blackburn are. Initially, of his attempted pass down the line there, but won it back from Senna. Now Eccles squeezed on to Rodoni, and wanted delivery towards Ellis Sims, just too high for him, but it will come on the far side for Mason Clark, who's twisting, turning, forced out of the penalty area by Senna, but still digs out a cross that's getting cleared by Ciaralta. Watford headed out. Coventry are actually pushing quite well now. Coventry are. Oh wait, across to right. Right has a shot, and it's off target. It's off target. It goes off a defender. They managed to usher it out, but only for a throw-in. It's taken quickly by Coventry, and they've managed to keep the ball. And they're pushing it now with Rodini, Torp. They're keeping it in this little triangle on the left-hand side. Back to Kitchen. Kostovaniawick on the right-hand side. Oh, Pollock's just grabbed it from him. dispossessed by Pollock, but then Van Owick sticks his foot out and grabs it again and pushes it to Mason right in the very corner. He crosses Backman's far too easy for him to get that one. And Backman. Backman grabs that one. Ellis Sim. Oh, and Burton has scored. It's Burton Rotherham 2. Burton 2. So not doing very well there. There's Burton score again. Coventry is certainly. Oh, yeah, you're quite right. Oh, Peterborough, Lincoln, and Peterborough. Oh, we're getting goals. We're getting goals. Here we go. So we got Crawley 1. Oh, and Wigan have scored as well. Oh, bloody hell. What's happening here, guys? Help! Stockport 1. We got Peterborough 1. Lincoln 1. We got Bristol Rovers 0. Wigan 4. We had the Charlton one, so that's okay. Charlton are still winning. Stephen is still winning. Rotherham now drawing. Plymouth 2-1 up. QPR 0-0. Blackburn 3. Yeah, we had that one. So bloody hell, we had suddenly got 4 goals there. Well, 5 goals. We had Plymouth score again to take the lead against Sunderland. We had Rotherham let one in at home against Burton Albion. Crawley 1, Stockport 1. Peterborough have equalised against Lincoln, and Wigan have gone 4-0 up away at Bristol Rovers. So we've quite frantic at the minute. When they were stretching his leg out, he didn't seem to be okay, or at least it didn't seem anything too serious. Hopefully, it's not. But the way as Burton Albion now busy kicking it out, but they don't seem to be able to get it out of their own box at the minute. But Rotherham don't seem to be able to get any decent crosses in either, because as soon as they cross, it gets kicked straight back out again. McDonald. Let's see who we've taken off. So we've taken Odoffin. No, Odoffin's got a yellow card. Tahey's off. Nombe's off. McDonald and Huggill's on. So Huggill needs to be able to prove that he's worth a go in the side. Otherwise, he's going to be back on the bench next time. As Dylan Phillips gets it outside the area. James forces it forward to Powell. Powell crosses it, but Sweeney finds that, kicks it out to Chalk, and Chalk can run with it, but Odoffin grabs it. He's got to be careful. He's on the yellow card. Pushes it to McDonald. Not sure about McDonald's capabilities. I know that the boss is, but Rafferty, Wilkes. He loses it. Wilkes loses it to Armour. So again, substitution for Burton Albion now as we go away, and we'll go back into the Stevenage. Stevenage game. We'll have a quick look at the others. For Huddersfield, mind me.
for the points as well. The Chapman Tadze being carried from the field now.
Yeah, Huddersfield, I did think that was a goal. So it's now Bolton 0.
Change of the afternoon.
I remember. Huddersfield 3. So Huddersfield are looking in the driving seat. Wigan are in the driving seat.
What you would imagine will be a meaty amount of stoppage time now at the end of the game. Still plenty.
79 minutes left at Stevenage.
Go on and win this.
Let's go into the Stevenage game.
Penalty area gives it to Sierralta. Pollock once for.
I've got anything from the Stevenage game? Come on.
Ball measured one as well to pick out Jefferson, who's running the left-hand channel, being held by Thomas.
That's strange.
Challenged well by Thomas, and then Eddie Bashir who bites in and gives away a foul. Coventry and it's now their turn to have a player.
Blackburn, no, Blackburn 3, Bristol City 0, Derby 1. Hang on, that's Derby. Oh no, they took that one off. It was saying Derby 1, Cardiff 1, then and it's been taken off. So that was a disallowed goal there on 81 minutes. Middlesbrough 1, Preston 1, Plymouth 2, Sunderland 1, still 0-0 at Sheffield Wednesday with QPR.
So yeah, stoppage time is going to be lengthy at the end of this match. We're looking at 8 to 9 minutes at this stage.
8 to 9 minutes, my God.
It's going up as the seconds pass with Eccles receiving the treatment.
Swansea 1. Norwich 0.
Building up nicely, wasn't it? For a grandstand finish, it still could, of course.
Well, that was.
Emerge into that. Commentary have got substitution being Brandon Thomas Asante. Looks like he's going to be
Don't know who's scored that yet.
Attack-minded substitution. I believe it's Eccles who goes off. This might be a separate substitution being.
So we are Blackburn. We're on the last 6 or 7 minutes. We're on Blackburn 3, Bristol City 0, Derby County 1, Cardiff 0. Or they did say 1-1 for a minute there. Middlesbrough 1, Preston 1, Plymouth 2, Sunderland 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, QPR 0. Swansea 1, Norwich 0, Watford 1, Coventry 1, but this is quite a dull game. Coventry are really been on top of it for quite a long time, and Watford just managed to get a moment of excellence. You know, one moment where a cross was just absolutely inch perfect and equalised. Blackpool 1, Exeter 0. We've got another goal at Bolton, and Bolton fans are going to be absolutely gutted here because it's now Bolton 0, Huddersfield 4, and all of a sudden we've got and there's been a red card at Bristol Rovers.
Another player down there, brave defending from Pollock. Second,
Bristol Rovers red card, and it's Bristol Rovers 10-man Bristol Rovers 0, Wigan 4, Crawley 1, Stockport 1, Peterborough 1, Lincoln 1, Reading still 0, Leyton Orient 1, Rotherham 2, Burton Albion 2, Shrewsbury 0, Charlton 1. And Stevenage 2, Barnsley 0. So we're not doing too well on the old prediction front, I don't think. Stevenage have another shot off target, and it's Barnsley to kick off from the from the goal kick with Slanina up to Waters, but he loses it straight away to Pergini. Kicks it sideways, but O'Keefe grabs that. Waters, J-Lo, but he's dispossessed by King. Kicks it out. And it's a Barnsley throw-in. Not too far from the box. I think they'll do it short. I'll have a guess at Barnsley doing it short. Short and straight to a Stevenage player, for God's sake. And he kicks it forward all the way from the Stevenage half straight to Slanina. He'll kick it out to Earl, Benson, Humphreys. It's gone 3 people straight into the Stevenage box, but Kemp runs away with it. Phillips for Stevenage. Oh, forward, but Humphreys grabs it and loses it when he passes it to Kemp.
That's a good ball into the area, flicked towards goal by Jefferson. I'm not sure how much contact he made. Dovan had to watch the ball the whole way and manages to clear it now. Oh, there's a chance in behind there for Ellie Sims. A really well-timed challenge by Ciaralta. Pinches the ball back. Ellie Bashiru will now get Watford motoring in the other direction.
Coventry are certainly pushing. They're certainly wanting to get that extra goal. But since that 4th minute goal from Sims, it just doesn't seem to be, the class just doesn't seem to be there. And Watford just seem to have that little edge whenever they come forward. So Watford are doing quite good. Oh, yellow card for a Barnsley player.
Anticipating at least the potential of a touch from Watford centre forward to react on that.
So Barnsley now have 3 yellow cards. Stevenage have 3 yellow cards. Barnsley have 2. Gavini and O'Keefe.
On a night, as I say, we're going to have a meaty amount of stoppage time as well at the end of the game.
Oh, we got a goal at Plymouth, and it's Plymouth 2, Sunderland 2, and Sunderland have managed to save their face there, I think, because that wasn't looking too good for them. They really thought that they'd be doing better than that.
Sims, it comes off. There's going to be another attack-minded change. There's just a little bit of confusion about whether this substitution is going to be made now or not. Change they want to make also. Yeah, we are going to see the substitution. Ciaralta, I think it is, who's coming off for Watford. Coming on to replace him.
Watford
Morris,
1, Coventry 1, which we're watching, which is pretty much a constant stream of Coventry players coming forward, but they just cannot get past that last bit. It's just Coventry just seem to be getting all the way up to Ellie Sims and then Rudoni. Rudoni and Ellie Sims seem to be the 2 that are getting it. And then and then
holds on to it, squeezes it down the left-hand channel. And the ball shows off Ebersele and out of play for throwing to Coventry. We've had 30 attempts in this game, so we've certainly been served up plenty of attacking endeavour. 17 of those have come for the home side, 13 for Coventry, 9 of which have been on target.
Huddersfield 4-0. What do Wigan? Wigan were 4-0 up. Huddersfield are 4-0 up. Crawley 1-1. Peterborough 1. Lincoln 1. I think something's maybe happening there. Let's have a look. Peterborough. 12 minutes injury time at Peterborough. Ouch. 12 minutes. I mean, that's a huge amount, isn't it? I didn't realise you could. That's like so many. Like quarter of the game, isn't it? So Peterborough have a free kick on the halfway line.
You've still got Norman Bassett waiting to come on the sidelines. It's going to happen. Very pretty imminent. And we're going to have 13 minutes of stoppage time then at the end of the game. That takes you back to last season, doesn't it? When we were lawmakers were sticklers for having on the exact amount. My streams are religious neutral. Still to go in this game. And will remain so. I do not promote any religious content. Katongo for Peterborough on the left-hand side. Peterborough are pushing for that winner. Oh my God! And we've got a goal. We've got a goal at Plymouth, and once again, it's Plymouth that has scored. It's Plymouth 3. Sunderland 2. Now I've heard about this, the Bolton manager, and people keep saying, "Look, I think they're gonna bugger off. No chance." Jesus, we've not had a very good day today, have we? Stevenage 3. Barnsley 0. Yeah, I've heard that they won't get rid of him, and that they're going to give him time to try and put his stamp on it. Personally, I don't think they will, because they're wanting to. They were so high up on the odds for being in the top 2 or 3, and they've got the squad to do it. And you sort of look at it and think they could do it, but are they going to do it with that manager? And I don't know. I would say I don't. I know people are saying that he's going to stay. I personally don't think they'll keep him. I think after today they'll probably have to think about doing something, because they shouldn't be losing against Huddersfield at home 4-0. Absolutely not. They should be able to at least put up a good fight, and I just can't see it. Answer, I think they will, and I think they'll probably. I can't see him lasting for very much longer now. So Blackburn, Derby, Middlesbrough, Plymouth 3, Sunderland 2. I cannot believe that score. 1 minute. Sheffield Wednesday still 0-0. Swansea obviously took the lead. What's happening up there? Oh, probably the finish. Oh, yeah, down. Peterborough 1-1. Reading 0-1. 13 minutes added on at Watford. Ouch. There's plenty of games with bloody 12 and 13 minutes added on. They're ridiculous. And there's 7 minutes added on at Rotherham, which is ridiculous, as Burton have another strike on goal. And Dylan Phillips saves that one. Well, is it out? Hugill loses it in the opposition area to Sweeney. But a Dauphin
grabs it, passes it to James. James tries to go into the corner, but Akotto kicks it out, and it's a Rotherham throw-in by the box, but they really need to be getting this one in the area. Back to Adolphin now, and back to the halfway line, and back to the defence for Humphreys, and back to Dylan Phillips. McCart, there's no forward. You're at home. You're supposed to be not losing it in the centre circle. As Gilligan just intercepts it nicely from McCart and pushes it forward, but Burton are offside. I don't watch that. It looks like Rotherham are going to lose. As it's now Crystal Palace 2, Leicester 2, Fulham 1, West Ham 1, Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 1, Man City 2, Brentford 1. Derby 1, Cardiff 0, Plymouth 3, Sunderland 2. Sheffield Wednesday have scored. Oh dear, never mind. It's now Sheffield Wednesday 1, QPR 0. I can't remember, what did I say to that one? I thought it'd be QPR winning that one, so that's another one I've not done very well in. Damn it. And that's not what it was it? So Pool 2, I don't know if it was or not now. Exeter 1. Blackpool are making a substitution. Yeah, they've just scored. They've just managed to grab that winner against Exeter. So Blackpool have nicked a win right at the last gasp. And it's now Blackpool 2, Exeter 1. Peterborough 1, Lincoln 1, Reading 0, Leyton Orient 1, Rotherham 2, Burton 2, and Barnsley is now finished. We will go in to, as Rotherham's now finished, let's go into the final results as they start coming in, and we can just refresh that and we will go through the results. So in the Championship we have had today Leeds 0, Burnley 1, Millwall 0, Luton 1, Oxford 1, Stoke 0, Blackburn 3, Bristol City 0, Derby 1, Cardiff 0, Borough 1, Preston 1. Was cut out by Morris, so then takes a bit of a chance midway inside his own half. Watford and Coventry managed to. Plymouth 3, Sunderland 2, which is now finished. Let's check that one. Yeah, full time 3-2. Oh, and we've had a last-minute goal at Hillsborough. It's now Sheffield Wednesday 1, QPR 1, and QPR are still playing. They're still coming back. It's Swansea 1, Norwich 0. We can hear and we'll see that Coventry are now trying to get that winner. It's Watford. Can Coventry make this corner into a goal? It's Watford 1, Coventry 1. Let's just see if it goes in. They've been pressing really, really hard. Championship is usually full of that. Rodoni's delivering once wasn't on the money. Look cleared by Watford. I know I'm trying to help it back in. But Watford grabbed that one. Easy claim
immediately launches the ball forward.
Push it forward.
The side back on the.
No, Watford can attack again, and it's just not been. It's that finishing touch from Coventry has just been absolutely awful. We'll come back to Sheffield and the Watford game and go through League One. Mansfield 2, Cambridge 1, Northampton 1, Wycombe 2, Blackpool 2, Exeter 1, Bolton 0, Huddersfield 4. Like I say, I think that might be the end of him. Bristol Rovers 0, Wigan 4, Crawley 1, Stockport 1, Peterborough 1, Lincoln 1. Still playing on 101 minutes. Wow. Reading 0, Orient 1, still playing on 96 minutes. Rotherham finished Rotherham 1, Rotherham 2, Burton 2, Shrewsbury 0, Charlton 1, and Stevenage 3, Barnsley 0. So at the minute, if you do want to wait and see and just confirm the last 3 games, we shall wait for these finishing.
Premier League, not since 2001, were Coventry a top flight side. Andy Wright driving forward, taken out there by Ryan Porteous, who very much at this stage of the game taking one for the team. He picks up a belated yellow card. He's left right in a bit of a heat, but American quickly back to his feet now. The best position for a free kick, but on the left-hand side, right next to the next to the throwing line. There's an opportunity for Coventry to get the ball into the box.
Coventry should be able to get it in the box. Let's see if they can do one last push as Peterborough's game's finished.
Many of the free kicks, although there's right adoption there as well.
Peterborough, 1-1. So Peterborough 1, Lincoln 1. Leighton Orient should be finished now because it's 45 seconds over the final time. So Reading 0, Leighton Orient 1 looks like being the final score.
These two sides are going to have to settle for a share of the spoils. Coventry 1.
I just wanted to go back and look at the Sheffield Wednesday game, and I think that was finished 1-1. And Sheffield Wednesday 1, QPR 1. Well, that finishes the results for today because I think Reading and Leighton Orient are as he said, Reading nearly got a last second goal. Garcia. That's it. Reading 0, Leighton Orient 1. That is the last of the games. Thanks for joining. Like, subscribe. Please like. I want some likes. Before you go, press the like button. Come on. Even if you hated it, click the like button. And I'll see you later next week for another live. Hopefully with a better software that actually works this time. No, I didn't get a plan at all, did it? Bloody hell. Neither side went to plan. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully I do get 1 or 2 likes as we go through. I really do need them for YouTube to push it out, especially if I start putting it. So I want to get another software package because that one didn't work. So Streamlabs didn't work. So we'll have to go for a different one that connects easier and makes it easier than typing in the corner. Thank you for joining. Like, subscribe. See you again next week. Thanks. See you again next week then, Jake. Hopefully we'll do better next time. Thank you. Bye.